Okay, so I'm going to show you in this video how to begin the interlocking shape project. When you open up the template file, you will see there's a large rectangular area here. That is your drawing area, and it also matches the size of the wood that you will be using in the laser cutter. You'll also see a little red, looks like a little stick thing with two bumps on the sides there. This you will use later on. I'll show you in the next video how to use that to make the notches on the side of your shapes. For now, what we're going to do in this video is we're going to create 3 or 4 shapes, and we're going to put them right on one on top of the other over here. If you want your shapes to end up being on the larger side, then just choose to have 3 of them and make them as big as you can so they fit in here. Otherwise, go with 4 shapes, and again, they'll be more of a medium size when you try to make them fit inside here. So to begin with, I'm going to go over here to this icon right there and click onto that, and that's for making rectangles or squares, and I can just click and drag, and as I move my cursor around, I can make it, a rectangle this way, or make it a nice little square, and I'm just going to leave it like that. Now I'm going to go with a circle right over here, click onto that, come over here, click and drag, and if I drag more to the side, or more down, it's an oval. If I go down towards the corner like this, it's more of a circle. I'm going to leave that like that. Another common shape is a triangle, but if you want to do the triangle one, you have to choose this icon right here, which shows is for stars and polygons. Now, the word polygon just means a shape with many sides, and you have your choice up here is the polygon or the star. So if you want a triangle, you choose the polygon, and then you choose how many corners, and a triangle has 3, so it's already set there for 3, and there you go. There's a 3-sided polygon, and you can rotate it to be whatever you want there. I'll just leave it like that. If you wanted, you could make a polygon with you have to go back here to the polygon icon, and I'm going to go, for example, just to show you, 5 corners, and then you would end up with something like this. Alright. You might also want to choose the star option. There's a 5-pointed star, and that would end up looking something like this. And even while it's highlighted, you can go back and change how many points you want on it, and you can see it changes. And same with the triangle. If you wanted to do a polygon with more shapes, you just click it there, and I'm going to bring it back down to 3. Okay, so that's enough shapes for me. A lot of students like to do a square as well as a rectangle, so you might have some sort of long. If you're doing a rectangle, make sure it's not too narrow this way. You have to it has to be wide enough so that you can fit like about 3 notches up and down in it. So I should make that even just a bit wider. And any of these shapes you can click on with the selection button right here. You just click onto the shapes, and the little arrows all point to the outside, and you can use it to adjust it. Okay, so I'm going to choose my square, I'm going to choose my circle, I'm going to choose my triangle, and then I'm going to choose this one here. So I'm going to choose this one and get rid of it. I just highlight it and I hit the delete button on the keyboard. I'm going to select the star, hit the delete button on the keyboard. Now what I want to do is I want to arrange them all on top of each other here. And you can see I'm going to have to scale them a bit so that they all fit. I'm going to start here and make this a bit smaller, and I'm going to make the triangle a bit smaller, like this. Maybe make the circle a bit smaller, and maybe make this a bit bigger. You can this is the selecting button here, and once you select something, if you hold down on your mouse, and then you can move it around. This, I'm just going to make it a bit wider. I'm going to go with more of a rectangle kind of thing like that. Okay, and this is good enough for me here. I've got 4 shapes. Each shape is different. That gives me a nice variety. I've sized them up. I want to line them up one on top of the other on the left-hand side of the page. And I'm done the first step. It's very important that you get them to be the shape you want and the size you want right here before you go to the second step, which is going to be putting the slots in it. And that's it for now. Let's go on to the second part.